Hello, this is Sherman. Leave a Legacy, episode number 30. Still focusing on the Titanic series. May their lives serve as a warning to others. Really learning from people's failures. Then this is number 12, the Family Guy entrepreneur. This is the one that prides himself on being there at dinner times, prides himself at, or herself, at being there at all the sporting events and all those things that are important to their family as a whole. The struggle of this one is that they oftentimes get themselves so involved with all these extracurricular activities, they almost start working from about 9 to 3, 9 to 2, and they're not giving themselves enough of a momentum in order to really be able to serve this business as it's growing. And this becomes a very important conversation to have with your significant other and even with the children, depending on their age, about the significance of the build. That there might be some evenings, there might be some early mornings that you have to miss out on some family time in order to create this legacy or this business that you have decided to jump all in on. And so that becomes a very individual situation where you're trying to identify for yourself, what does that work-life balance work for you? Because I'd say that for every person that agrees it should be this way, there's going to be another person that says the exact opposite. And so it's identifying for yourselves, especially I'd say almost annually, is just checking in with the family and saying, okay, this is what we have, this is what's going well. And because 10 years you don't want to go by and all of a sudden you're still busting your hump just like you did year one, and you just missed two of your oldest kids going through college and now going through high school and then now graduating, and there really wasn't a good time to really cultivate that strong relationship. And so that's how do you combat this family time? This is where I'll quote from Seven Habits is that you can't be efficient with people. You can be effective in your conversations with them, but you can't like put them in and say, hey, I'm going to see you from 9 to 9:30 and feel like, okay, you got my engagement. I was there for you. And so although it needs to be planned out ahead of time, you need to think things through. Maybe have a date night with your significant other. Maybe have a family night. Maybe have a planning session where you're going through the calendars. Those are all extremely important because you want to be high touch, even though you're not there on a large amount of quantity. At the same time, you want to make sure that you're over communicating the schedule that you have and the demands, so that way everyone's on board, or at least understands, even if they aren't on board, your situation. All right, have a fantastic day.